Hey Rocco, it's Mrs. Geringer. I just wanted to get back to you on helping you with your name. I know we had some questions, and I guess I didn't see you in class last time, so I just wanted to check in on you, and I wanted to go over your name step by step so that it could help you. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need a ruler and a piece of paper, and you're going to work horizontally. So you want to create a series of lines like this. And that's where your name's going to live. I think you did a pretty good job in actually drawing your letters in block letters, but let me just see how many letters you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 letters. I'm going to find the middle, and that C is going to live in the middle. So I'm just plotting things out first to make sure that they're going to fit. Okay, so I have the 5 letters on there, and once I do that, then I'm going to transform them into block letters, and I'm going to get rid of any angles any curves, and I'm going to create angles on there. So again, I'm just freehanding this. I'm going to make the O's into like these rectangles to kind of keep it easier. And so wherever there's a curve, you're going to insert an angle. It's just going to make it a little easier for us to navigate. So the R is a little tricky. I would just sort of maybe make it something like that. All right, once I'm happy with the letters, I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to go over the letters with my straight edge and make sure that my angles are nice and straight with the ruler. So I'm doing all my vertical angles first. And then I'm going to go in and do all the horizontals in a minute. There you have the R right there. All right, so then I come down here and I'm going to do all my horizontal lines down below. And I'm drawing them a little bit darker just so that I can see what they look like. All right, so almost done. And I'm just going to freehand the inside of the O, but you would do that with a ruler as well. Okay, just for sake of time, I'm just going to freehand it, but try to do all this with a ruler. Okay, and then the inside of your R. All right, and then you have all these little lighter lines that you did. You're going to erase all of that so that you don't have extra lines and you're not super confused by what is what. And you're also going to erase that bottom guideline because that usually confuses people as well. Okay. We're pretty good here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a vanishing point, and it's going to be down here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around every one of your letters, and I'm going to make a circle where is that you need to connect these angles to the vanishing point. There's also going to be some here on the top. I just kind of know this because I've been doing this for so long, but I'm going to explain why we're using these and not all of them. So let's start with the O because it's kind of simpler. We also need this one here. So I'm not using this angle because it's going to be behind the O and you're not going to see it, so you don't really need to connect that. So here we go. I'm starting with the bottom, and I'm going to create these really light lines that go to the vanishing point. And I'm going to do one letter at a time. At the top here, I'm just going to connect it, but I'm not going to go all the way down because I know that it would cross over this other C, and that would just create some confusion. So we also need the inside part of the O here that just kind of goes down like that. All right, so that's the beginnings of your letter. I'm going to create another guideline down here, and that's going to tell me where these letters are going to end. So you can already start to see here, you have this angle that has been created by making these connections to the vanishing point. So what we're doing here is we're going to go this way and up. So when you drew this O, you went down and over. So it's the same angle here, which is parallel to this. And then from there, it's going to go behind the C. But I'm going to draw the bottom line of the C first. Actually, that's probably better for you to just do all the bottom angles first. go on the bottom row. This is going to be the easiest one, all the bottom angles. And you're going to go over to the side to the vanishing point. Your R is going to be the trickiest letter to do. I'm going to leave that for last. Okay, so right here, I know that my O, I have to start coming up because this is parallel. It's as if it were a square. And I'm going to come over. And where that ends, it's going to go behind the C. And it's going to intersect with this line at some point right there. So that would be how you make your O. We already have part of your C here. That's the bottom. I'm going to connect the top now. And from this line, I move my ruler over, and that creates the side of the C. You also need this side part of your C here, the inside part. So I would make a line there. And because I'm mimicking this line down there, I'm going to come down, and that's like the inside part of the C. For this C, it's over the vanishing point, so it's pretty much done because these are your angles here. It's this, this, and this. And then you also need the same as the other C. You're just going to come down for a little bit. And I'm using the same angle for the other C, and that's where my C is going to end right there. So that's it for the C. And the O is the same as this O. It's just the opposite side. Notice how all my lines are going to that vanishing point. Okay, so here's the bottom of the O. Here are my two angle sides. And from this point, it's parallel, so I shift it over. And that becomes the side of my O. Now for the R, we have the two sides of the R here. So that would be one angle, and then that would be the bottom. So you have the bottom parts already made. So you just need this angle, which would be parallel all the way down here, because that's where that bottom part of the R ends. For this R, we need like another little angle there. And then this is the side I want to make sure I do parallel. So I shift that over, and that's part of my R. And then this one comes down, probably further down, and it's going to intersect with that line, which is the side there. And finally, this, and that's the side of your R. There's one little angle that I missed in here, which is the inside of the R, and that would just be like a line that connects over there. And that's basically it. So I would love for you to, hope this was helpful. You can just pause this video and go step by step, and please send me a copy of this in pencil before you do any kind of sharpieing or anything like that. All right, I hope it helps. Thanks, Rocco. Bye.